Hello my beautiful friends and welcome to Tailor Made Beauty by Kris. Today we're going to be talking about the Lime Crime Venus palette. This I believe is the original. I'm embarrassed to say that I picked this up probably a month ago during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty and haven't used it yet. So it was really time to give this a try. And it's 8 shades. They're all matte and it's a warm palette. I'm going to start by swatching that top row. Venus, Shell, Aura, and Creation. And now the other side, I'm going to do Icon, Rebirth, Divine, and Muse. Let's see how I put together this look. I'm going to start with my crease using a fluffy, tapered crease brush, and I'm going into Divine, which is probably the closest to neutral in this palette for me. And I'm just starting with that back and forth wiper motion in the crease, and for me, a little bit above. All right. Oh, that's a really nice shade. I thought looking in the pan it was gonna be a little cooler than that, but that's got a little bit of warmth to it. And I like that shade. Gonna pick up a little bit more, tap it off, and do this side. I feel like I have a really hard time getting it even between my left and right sides. So hopefully today I have moderated myself so that it's even. No, this side, came out darker than the first side, so let's go back to the first side. Build that up a little bit more. All right, that is a nice base. And I would like to build the faux crease a bit more. What that means is because when my eyes are open, I don't have a lot of the movable part of my lid that shows. I would like to give the illusion that that there is more. And here's the bone, and you can see my bone versus my crease. So I'm going to go in with Creation and just a little bit on a smaller, it's MAC 221, so a smaller brush, and just lightly start building out at the corner a little bit higher up on that bone. Okay. All right. So you can see that it's just a little more drama on this side than on this side. So let's do the same over here. And you can see I'm laying most of the color down on the outer half of my lid before I even come over to the inner part up high. That's because I want that color to be outside, mostly not inside. And now we are going to take a big fluffy brush. This happens to be a Morphe M330, but any big fluffy brush you've got. And now I want to blend that. Smooth it out, move it around, work it in. I am realizing that although I have my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, I didn't put it on. Well, let's see how Lime Crime wears without an eye primer. And I gotta say, considering I didn't put down an eye primer, that this is going on and blending really well, especially for mattes. I'm impressed by that. All right, and so now you can see I have that darker, in this case darker, warmer color up high, and when my eyes are open, you can definitely still see that color. Let's go into Shell. And I want to put that in the center of my lid. So here is an e.l.f. brush. This is a smaller brush, a little denser. You can see it's just kind of a little bit rounded. And so I'm gonna go in, and this is just gonna go in the center of my lid from the lash line up to the crease and covering about the center third of the movable part of my eye. And I think that needs a little more. And I'm just packing it on, dabbing it on, building up the color. A little bit more. All right, I like that. Okay, we'll do the same on the other side. All right, it's looking really nice. I am now going to go to the outer third of my movable part of my lid with Rebirth. I would like this look to have a little bit of color, and I'm just using another sort of dense, slightly rounded brush to pick up that color and lay it down just on that outer portion of the movable part of my lid. And again, from the crease down to the lash line. All right, and now I'm going to blend that. And I really want that color to kind of stay on the outside, so I'm just using small circles on the outside. Maybe I'll lift it up a little bit into the crease just to get a little extra wash of color up there. There. But mostly I just wanted that extra pop of color on the outside. For the inner third, I'm going in with Aura and using my favorite pinky to do that. And also just using my pinky to also blend that. All right, that is looking nice, and I realize I don't usually use my pinky to do up under my brow, but since I already have some on my pinky, we'll just hit that accent up there and blend. And is usually the case, I feel like the color on the center of my lid disappeared a little bit, so I'm going to go in with a little bit more. Just emphasize that again. There. Okay, now the question is what to do under my eyes. I think I am going to try, I want to keep a little on the lighter side, so I'm going to go in with Venus. And this is just a small, dense brush. Might be a smudger brush, but what I like is I can just tap it in and pick some up, and I'm starting under the center of my eye and then slowly working to the corner of my eye. Now with that color under my eye, I'm going to take that blending brush and just smooth it. Some people call this smoking it out, just smoothing it out. I am going to use an eye pencil from Sephora, some of their waterproof 12-hour. This is in the color Flirting Game. It's kind of a gray taupe color. And I'm working that into my lashes and also along my waterline. All right, that just gave me some extra definition there. And I will finish off my eyes today with, I'm going to curl using my Ciroc curler. And I'm using the Estee Lauder Little Black Primer. I really like this mascara primer. It's my favorite. It's black, right? Our mascara is black, so I really like the fact that the primer is black. That way I never get surprised by some white peeking out. Well, hello, kitty. Can you hear my kitty? And I am trying the Urban Decay Perversion today. I talked about this in a Sephora haul video, linked up there, and what a great deal. Basically, depending on what you get 5 of this size, then you get a card, you go back in, you get to pick a full size one of those 5 for free. So depending on what you pick, it's like they're paying you to take their mascara. Sorry, I didn't mean to disappear off camera there. All right, this is giving nice length, but I can't say that it's doing much for volume. So this will probably take a second coat. I'll do this side. And voila, my hair is dried. Here is the final look. I can't believe it took me so long to try this palette, but I'm glad I did. It's a really pretty, bright look. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this, you can let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Also, I truly would appreciate it if you would subscribe and become part of our little family. I post every Monday and Thursday, but sometimes I put up a bonus video, so if you hit the notification bell, you'll know when those come up. Have a really fantastic day.